Have you ever wondered how many secrets lie beneath the surface of unsolved cases? Let's delve into one such case, the infamous Black Dahlia murder. The victim, Elizabeth Short, was a young woman with dreams that were cut short in a most brutal fashion. Her striking moniker, the Black Dahlia, was inspired by the film The Blue Dahlia, a little-known fact that adds another layer of intrigue to this chilling tale. What's more, the case remains unsolved to this day, despite numerous confessions that have surfaced over the years. These confessions, as varied and numerous as they are, share one common thread: none have been substantiated. Each one, rather than shedding light on the case, only adds to the growing pile of unanswered questions. Whispers of the Black Dahlia continue to echo through the annals of crime history, a chilling tale of a case that remains shrouded in mystery to this day. Imagine parachuting from a plane with a fortune in ransom money. That's exactly what D.B. Cooper did. In the year 1971, this audacious character hijacked a plane, demanded $200,000, and then disappeared into thin air after parachuting from the aircraft. The FBI initiated one of its most extensive manhunts in history, but the true identity of Cooper remains unknown. What's even more intriguing is that only a small portion of the ransom money was ever recovered. This has led to a myriad of theories about Cooper's fate. Some suggest he didn't survive the jump, while others argue he must have had help on the ground. The rest of the money? It's still out there somewhere, lost to the wilderness or perhaps hidden away. The D.B. Cooper case is a tale of audacity and mystery, a high-flying heist that remains unsolved, an audacious act of air piracy that still boggles the minds of investigators. The Zodiac Killer, a name that sends chills down the spine. This notorious figure terrorized Northern California in the late 60s and early 70s, leaving behind a trail of victims and a series of cryptic letters. These letters, brimming with taunts and coded messages, were sent to the press, setting off a public frenzy and a frantic race among cryptographers to decipher them. One cipher in particular, a complex jumble of symbols and letters, was particularly confounding. It stumped experts and enthusiasts alike, holding on to its secrets for more than 50 years. That was until 2020, when a team of amateur code breakers finally cracked the code. The deciphered message did not reveal the Zodiac's identity, but it did offer a chilling glimpse into the mind of a killer. A coded message that held its secret for half a century. The Zodiac Killer's taunting cipher, a symbol of one of the most enigmatic and enduring mysteries in the annals of true crime. How about a centuries-old manuscript that no one can decipher? That's right, we're diving into the enigma that is the Voic Manuscript. This perplexing book is filled to the brim with unknown symbols and curious illustrations, a visual conundrum that has left researchers scratching their heads for hundreds of years. The manuscript's text remains a mystery, an undeciphered jumble of characters that seem to dance across the pages in an inexplicable pattern. Despite the best efforts of countless codebreakers and linguists, the manuscript's meaning remains elusive, a cryptic whisper from a long-forgotten time. But wait, there's a twist. Recent studies have suggested that the Voynich manuscript may not be as indecipherable as once believed. Some experts propose that it might be a form of medieval Proto-Romance language, a theory that could potentially illuminate its obscure contents. Yet even with this new lead, the Voynich manuscript remains a mysterious book that continues to puzzle the brightest minds. In a remote corner of Norway, a woman's burned body was found. This chilling discovery marked the beginning of the Isdal woman case, a mystery that has intrigued investigators and the public alike for over half a century. The victim, an unidentified woman, was found in a desolate area known as Death Valley, or Isdalen in Norwegian, hence the name Isdal woman. But the story doesn't end with her tragic death. In her belongings, investigators unearthed a series of coded messages that have perplexed experts for decades. These cryptic notes, scribbled in a seemingly random assortment of letters and numbers, hint at a life shrouded in secrecy. Some believe they're the key to the woman's identity. Others posit their link to espionage. The truth, no one knows. Despite tireless efforts, the code remains unbroken. The woman unidentified. A code that has yet to be cracked. A woman yet to be identified. What happened to the Soder children who vanished from their home one fateful night? In the heart of winter 1945, 5 of the Soder children mysteriously disappeared amidst a house fire in West Virginia. As the flames consumed their home, no remains of the children were found in the ashes, feeding into the growing mystery. With no tangible evidence of their fate, the Soder parents held onto a glimmer of hope, believing their children had been kidnapped. This belief was not born out of thin air. Odd occurrences and questionable characters around the time of the fire fueled this conviction. The parents spent the rest of their lives and a considerable fortune searching for their lost children. They erected a billboard pleading for information and even hired a private detective, but the answers they sought remained elusive. A family's relentless search for answers that never came. A man, a beach, and a secret pocket bearing a cryptic message. In the year 1948, the body of an unidentified man was discovered on Somerton Beach, Australia. His pockets held no identification, no clues to who this man could be. But there was one piece of the puzzle that stood out from the rest. Hidden away in a concealed pocket sewn into the man's pants was a tiny piece of paper. On it, 2 words, Tamam Shud. This phrase, stemming from Persian roots, translates to ended or finished. As enigmatic as it was unsettling, this phrase became a cornerstone in the investigation. But despite the intrigue it sparked, it offered no clear answers. The man's identity remained a mystery, and the meaning behind the cryptic message was never definitively deciphered. An enigmatic case that remains as puzzling as the day it was discovered. The Somerton man and his secret message continue to baffle us to this day. A young boy found in a box, an identity that remains unknown. This chilling tale begins in 1957 in the city of Philadelphia. The lifeless body of a young boy was discovered, discarded in a cardboard box as though he were a forgotten toy. Despite the harrowing nature of the case, it remains one of the most haunting, unsolved mysteries in American history. The boy, estimated to be between 4 to 6 years old, was never identified. Despite extensive investigations and considerable publicity, no one stepped forward to claim the child is missing. This absence of any claimants deepened the enigma. Who was this child and why was he abandoned? Various theories have been proposed over the years, but none have brought us any closer to uncovering the boy's identity or the circumstances of his demise. The case of the boy in the box remains a poignant reminder of our collective failure to protect the most vulnerable among us. A child forgotten by time, his story still waiting to be told. A small town, threatening letters, and a tragic accident. This is the chilling story of the Circleville Letters. In the late 70s, the quiet town of Circleville, Ohio, was disrupted by an influx of unnerving letters. The author? An anonymous scribe whose identity remains a mystery. Among the recipients was a woman named Mary Gillespie, who found herself at the center of a scandal sparked by the letters. The anonymous author accused Mary of having an affair, an allegation she vehemently denied. The letters, however, continued to circulate, casting a shadow over Mary's life. The situation escalated to a tragic climax when Mary's husband died in a suspicious accident. The circumstances surrounding his death were eerily tied to the anonymous letters, turning a town's intrigue into a chilling tale of terror. The Circleville Letters remain a haunting chapter in the annals of unsolved mysteries, a tale of anonymous threats that turned deadly. 3 women, 1 house, and a vanishing that shook a community. This is the tale of the Springfield 3. In 1992, 3 women mysteriously disappeared from a home in Springfield, Missouri. The case has baffled investigators and enthusiasts alike for decades. But let's delve into an often overlooked detail. A witness reported a suspicious man digging in the vicinity of where the women vanished. Despite the unsettling nature of this report, it failed to break open the case as one might expect. The man was never identified, and his actions never substantiated. Numerous leads emerged over the years, each one raising hope only to leave more questions unanswered. The Springfield 3 case, a chilling reminder of the unknown, continues to haunt the annals of unsolved mysteries. Despite the passage of time, the desperate search for answers persists. A mysterious disappearance that remains a haunting question mark.